Welcome to the Rob and Kale podcast. Rob Sanders.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Kale Carolina Jackpot Hall.
And fuck you! Who's next?
The Rob and Kale podcast.
Let's go!
And welcome into the Rob and Kale podcast. My name is Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. You know, someone asked me about that opener, and there are times when I come to sit down to do this podcast there, Mr. Carolina Jackpot, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not quite feeling it tonight. Maybe I'm just like not quite there. But I came home this evening, and a couple of good things happened. First of all, Big Barney Ross sent me a box of stuff with everything from Rolaids to I'm not joking, green tea, a Yeti sticker, and this fine Nebo Sweeney hat, as he calls it. So that brightened your day a little bit. And then I play that fine intro where I tell everyone to basically where to go. And then I get to talk to my friend in the upstate who just told me that he has an absolutely great video that's going to drop on this channel later on tonight at some point. And I'm like, how in the world can I complain about anything? My life is pretty fucking good right now. And I get to do the show with the number one Gamecock YouTuber on the planet, Mr. Carolina Jackpot. Kale, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great tonight, Rob. I can only hope that you are as well. Guys, I really wanted to premiere something for you this evening, but probably came up about 20 minutes shy of being able to do so. But I want to give it a little sneak peek at part of it here. Hopefully, this will download and I can message just a little clip from this over to Mr. Sanders, and hopefully he can figure out how to play this little 3-minute clip on the channel. But
I can do that.
Good stuff. All of our teams have had good times. Some have had mediocre times, and some have had bad times. Well, the Gamecocks, we've had some bad times in the past. And, I just thought I would kind of go through the years, you've always let me down. I thought you'd turn my life around, but you just made me look like a clown through the years. Anyway, that's happened. So I thought I would chronicle some of that. And, it's easy to point out like monumental losses or wins in a program's history. To be a true fan, you've got to know some shit. Carolina Jackpot knows his shit. He remembers his shit, and he knows where to find shit. And I did a lot of that.
Well, Virtual Kale has something we need to add to that.
I like to bookmark and pinpoint different events in my life by a Gamecock loss. It's like a timeline of suck.
It's kind of true. Folks over there mocking my hat. This is a Nebo flashlight hat. Don't be jealous.
I thought it was in one of those old Make America Great hats again.
No, it's a Nebo flashlight hat. And old Peg and Megan over there, we learned today on the rundown that his favorite drink is Zima with some cherry juice in it. And that he can't wear this hat because his skinny jeans won't allow it. I mean, that's just basically what it boils down to.
Okay, I just sent you a 3-minute video to your phone. I don't know if you can figure out a way to play that or not on here.
Give me a second.
You're smarter at that than me. He's the producer. He's the Tony Schiavone of the duo. I'm the JR.
I thought, okay, that works for me. I can make that work. Yeah.
You can be.
I'm gonna send it to. Yeah, I'll make it work.
Like I said, the Tony Schiavone. I'm the good old JR.
I thought that you were. I thought you were like a better version of Conrad Thompson.
I didn't know you could get better than Conrad Thompson, but okay.
Anyway, all right. Well, we're going to. I'm going to try to bring this up here in a little bit. Eric says Zima is super Sprite. It's also Peg and Megan's favorite drink, but he doesn't want it unless there's some of that that cherry shit in it. See his drink and let them know exactly what he's drinking. Jackpot's choking over there on the damn program. Oh, the wife says it's grenadine. Yeah, he likes grenadine in his stuff. All of them get together with the grenadine. That's what it is. I don't know what the cherry stuff is. Look, it's Peg and Megan's favorite drink, honey. We have a listener that loves it. Peg and Megan loves that shit. It's his favorite drink. We found that out on the program today. You know what else we found out on the program today? An 11-year NFL veteran, a man who's coached in college, high school, and in the pros, says the Tennessee offense is a gimmick offense. It's not just me. Sorry, Tennessee fans. Ron Kirkland says it's a damn gimmick offense, and that's exactly what it is.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. Because Billy asked that today, and yeah, it's offense. But anyway, let's thank our sponsors, Callaway's Bar and
I always
Grill.
knew that old Tater was good for something.
That's right. All right, and then Jackpot. I tell you what, I'm loading up this movie now. It's downloading, and I tell you what, why don't we talk about Callaway's for a second? Go by there, get yourself some of the some retro video games, some great food, all kinds of good stuff at Callaway's Bar and Grill, Highway 1 in Lexington, or excuse me, in West Columbia. Also, Callaway's Bar, yeah, diagonal from Walmart. Go to Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. You can order your food for takeout and everything else. We also have Story Time with Uncle Jackpot. These are Dennis Wilson from DNC Trucking and Transport. Jackpot, tell us the story in a minute, and then we're going to watch.
Okay. It sucks to be a Gamecock. We are a women's basketball school. We're also a lacrosse school. We have issues. We think we're a football school. We are not. Sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
Message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport.
Speaking of Walmart, when I was on the way home on Friday from work, out there in I was in actually Whiteville, North Carolina. I know everybody knows what that is. No, but
Whiteville. Wait a minute. Will that get us canceled that you were in Whiteville, North Carolina?
I hope not. Anyway, but when I come through Columbia about that time, about that 4 to 4:30 time on Fridays, the traffic's always plugged up on 26. So I always get like, fuck that, and I'm going to go around it. So I got on Broad River Road off of I-20 and was going to go shoot straight across and then get up back on 26 up there. And I noticed I went by what appeared to be, I couldn't tell if it was a closed down Walmart neighborhood market on the left or if it was a new Walmart neighborhood market that wasn't open. Do you know where I may be talking about?
Are you talking about on Broad River?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Walmart that was opened, and they basically said, fuck it, we're closing it.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, that Walmart essentially killed Dutch Square Mall, basically, and they just decided, I guess it wasn't making enough money. I
know there's a Walmart. There was a Walmart on Bush River Road right there by the interstate, a super center, and it's closed.
Yeah. Yep. The other one on Broad River, they closed it too. But
I heard they closed the one on Bush River Road because of theft.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking bad if they're closing a damn Walmart because of theft. I mean, all of them have theft. Good gosh. We got one in Greenville on White Horse Road, which is the trashiest part of town, and it's been there forever.
Yeah. I got to read Peg and Megan's comment here. Don't forget there was a UGA player officially indicted on rape charges. Go ahead and get it out of the way. Well, congratulations. You're like tied for the lead in arrests in the offseason with Florida, and you still lead the conference in rape charges. I mean, this is Georgia football. I can't help you. What do you want from me, dude? I have no clue. This happens every year. You guys should get some players there that you should coach them up. Don't get arrested and don't be raping anybody. This is a cultural problem at Georgia. Happens every. I'm not joking. This happens every year.
I want to have some
This
class.
kind of shit. Yeah, have some fucking class down there. You guys need to understand that. You obviously don't. And I know that, oh, well, we won the national title. Yeah, you did. But, I mean, your coaches had to beat guys off from raping people. You're like Baylor. You have a rape culture down there. You need to fix it, sir.
Anyway, so what he's brought up there on the screen isn't anywhere really close to being done. It doesn't have an intro or an outro done to it yet. But this is kind of the meat of it, and you can kind of see what it is. I just went back and just found clips and added my own little twist to embarrassing Gamecock moments, performances, maybe even in wins, actually, over the years. Now, hopefully there's good sound with that and you can hear it.
Yeah, I've got it right here. And let me make sure that hold on, I'm gonna reopen it here and make sure that we're not playing the do it the right way. 1 second. But Elijah Allen's comment is a good point. Clear eyes, full heart, don't rape. Very good, sir.
I'm gonna download that, upload it to the channel when it's complete, maybe in a few days.
Yep.
So,
all right, give me just a second here, Jackpot. Let me. What did I do with it? Where is it? Oh, here we go. And all right, and then we should be able to share it. I didn't know we were doing this, otherwise I would have had it queued up, but it's coming up right now.
all right.
Nope, we're good. All right, so there you go. Let me get rid of his comment there. And Jackpot, I want to make this full screen here. People can enjoy it. And then we'll play it. This is Jackpot's newest creation here. Here we go.
First and 10 for Notre Dame. They have the ball at their own 20. 1 minute, 36 seconds left to play. South Carolina 17. Notre Dame 20. Notre Dame's got to go for two. They got to try the two-point conversion. Bill Carter's on that fullback and comes through from an outside. That's the reach the quarterback. Can they get 2 points? And a double wing set. Change the play, maybe. Rusty Lee. Wait a minute. The Tigers have come into South Bend, and they have defeated the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame here this afternoon after trailing 10-0 at the half. The Tigers came out, played as everyone felt they were capable of playing.
Favored by as much as 2 touchdowns. They had an 8-2 record, a veteran lineup, and Heisman Trophy winner George Rogers, who was still looking for his first touchdown against Clemson University, run out in the right flat, and Underwood. No one will catch it. Willie Underwood, and this time it's going to be a touchdown. Add to their lead on McCall's touchdown run late in the game. The young Tigers had scored a great upset, and the bowl-bound Gamecocks left Death Valley a bit.
Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus.
Probably as explosive offensively or capable of making big plays as I've seen. Defensively, they have the nickname Fire Ants, I believe. That's not for nothing. They run very aggressive.
There's Morrison coming over to shake Gary Tranquil's hand. Listen to this.
It's the last play of the ball game. South Carolina gets a penalty for being offsides, which gives us one more opportunity. Complete to Danny Peoples on a desperation Hail Mary pass. An unbelievable catch. And
Fuck, that game hurt.
Fuck! To complete the pass. And you can see the bedlam that breaks loose. A very unexpected.
Jackpot. The toughest highlight there, in my opinion, was the Navy highlight because that. No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm a Clemson fan, but I can people that were around then and can understand how good that South Carolina team was. Holy fucking shit! The fact that you lost that game, I mean, wow.
And
That was
Navy was like they were 3-5-2. They were playing with their. They had a running back named Napoleon McCallum who was actually like a dark horse Heisman Trophy candidate. Well, he'd broken his leg, so there went their hopes for the season. And then their second string running back was hurt, so they're on the third string running back, which of course, for Navy, is the whole offense. I think they're on the second string quarterback. And I mean, they were just a shell of a team, and were horrible. And we went on the road and lost to them 38-21. Actually, we're trailing, and we were undefeated, ranked number 2, 9-0. Lose 38-21 on the road at Navy. Actually, we were losing 38-7 in the fourth quarter. So that score, the final score, was not indicative of how much of a blowout it really was.
Well, on that team was Mike Hold, who played in the NFL. You also had Raynard Brown was one of your running backs. Chris Corley was another guy who played in the NFL, was one of your tight ends. Del Wilkes, the Patriot, was on that fucking team.
James Seawright was a linebacker, was All-American. Kent Haygood.
You had the Patriot. By God, you had America on that fucking team. And Navy beat your ass.
Kent Haygood was a running back. He didn't play in that game. He had broken his leg too earlier in the season. Thomas Dindy was a running back. I mean, there was some horses back in the day.
There were definitely some guys on that team, and that one's the one that hurts. Anyway, yeah, I got nothing for you on that. I know that one stung. Did you? I sent you an article about people replacing Nick Saban. Do you want to do that tonight, or you want to just hold off on that? We can hold off on that, or do it. I don't give a shit either way.
Yeah,
we'll hold off on it. But I thought maybe we could take some calls tonight. We can talk about a loss that stings, because there are lots of losses right there that sting for Jackpot. That Navy one hurts really bad. As a Clemson fan, I remember the Gamecocks coming in and the kicker missing a field goal. The one where Clemson fans sent him death threats afterwards. I can't even remember the fucking kicker's name, but Mr.
Jad Dean.
Yeah, Jad Dean.
Yeah,
that was his name. But missing that field goal, and that one being the shits. Losing at Duke as fucking 4,000 fans in the stands, like 2,700 of them are Clemson fans, and we all had to walk out with our heads held in shame when you lose to fucking Duke. Had some pretty shitty losses there, but
yeah, I remember that. I remember that Jad Dean missed the field goal at the end, and the Gamecocks won that one. And then the next year, and the Clemson fans sent him death threats. And then the next year, Mark Fuckholtz hit the field goal at the end of that game and won it for Clemson. And Jackpot sent him death threats. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that.
I was about to say, at least you're honest. Anyway, we'll take calls at 803-470-2905. If you would like to join the program this evening. Some comments there. Pagan Megan says, Bama ain't going after that boy when Saban leaves. Even they aren't that dumb. Kirby will be first on the list. I don't know. I honestly don't know. He may coach for 27 more fucking years. Wouldn't surprise me.
Brandon Coon said he was pissed about the 2011 home loss to Auburn. Yeah, that was ridiculous. They weren't any good that year. They were rebuilding after that team full of cheaters that they had in 2010 that won the damn national championship. They sucked in 2011, and we've found some way to lose to them at home after I think Clemson had beaten them a few weeks earlier. If I'm not, maybe they
No, that was the Cam Newton team, right?
No, this was
Clemson
the year
hung with
after
Oklahoma.
that. I'm pretty sure Clemson played them at home. I'm pretty sure they beat them. So we were like, we got this. And nah.
Harry Legg says 2016 homecoming to Vandy. That caused Kirby to become a hard man.
That was the famous Uncle Lou. You lost to Vanderbilt at home on homecoming video.
Yeah, that one's kind of hard to explain. I mean, to be honest. But anyway, we're taking your calls this evening, 803-470-2905. I did think it was interesting with what Levon said about the gimmick offense today. And you know something else he told me off the air, and this kind of ties into some retro stuff. He said that the worst thing to happen to Todd Ellis was the run and shoot offense, because he said that Ellis trying to run around and throw the ball just wasn't good for him, and he threw so many bad balls. But when he was able to get set up, that it actually worked. But he said,
I got some of him in this video too.
I'm sure there's plenty. But no, Ellis was a guy who could throw. I mean, people thought a lot of Todd Ellis, but he had a season where he threw like a shit ton of picks. So
yeah, but I mean, to be fair, back in the day, I mean, football was different. I mean, you had more. You didn't have as many receivers back then either. You didn't split four guys out back in 1986. I mean, you had two wide receivers, so I mean, it wasn't really that difficult to figure out what was happening there.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I just thought that was interesting that he mentioned that. But yeah. NFL drafts tomorrow too. If you guys want to talk about that, we can get into it. Oh, Bible Belt says that was
This is a giant cock.
Very good. It's sad. All right, 803-470-2905.
I can only hope the Gamecocks have it in the wheelhouse to fire that horrendous basketball or baseball coach. Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm going to say this and people are going to think, Rob's being a Clemson fan here, but the depths that program has fallen into from where they were. I mean, we're talking like in 2011, they won a national title, back-to-back national titles, 2010 and 2011, and they may not make the fucking SEC tournament this year.
Yeah, I don't think that any of us enjoyed that thoroughly as much as we should have.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane that how far that program has dropped off. And, you can admire that program from afar if you're not a fan of it and just say, all right, look, this is what they did. And what Ray Tanner did was great. But speaking as a fan of a team who's never done anything worth fuck once it gets to Omaha, you got to respect what the Gamecocks were. But now they're – and I tell you what, Clemson baseball fans are coming out now, especially on Twitter, talking about, Clemson they've won 2 straight ACC series. Do not set yourself up for what is coming, because I sound like I'm the comrade talking here. Clemson doesn't play well in fucking June, and June is coming, and they may get their face fucked like a prostitute. I mean, it may happen. I wouldn't be surprised. Jetmec says UF fired their soccer coach. He was telling the girls they were fatties. Is Jetmec, is that real? I mean, okay, terrific. How can you be a fat person and be on the soccer team? That's a good question.
I think they probably were. I think he was probably just pissed or just a dick.
Sancho says, wish Tennessee was that good in baseball. Look, you are that good. You're this year. I mean, you haven't won in fucking June yet. All these wins that you have right now, Tennessee, they're great. Going down there, putting on Florida helmets and all that shit. But deep down in your heart, you know what comes, right? You're going to be a number 1 seed in the tournament. You're going to be hosting at home, and all the pressure's on you. So you have to perform in June, and that's what your baseball season is going to be made of, because people will remember what Mississippi State did. What was it last year, where they went into Omaha and won? All right. If you go into if you make it to Omaha and you don't win, no one's going to give a fuck what kind of season you had. It's all about Omaha, brother. That's how it works.
Megan says, kudos to USC Junior for putting diversity first. First NCAA team to have an albino starting quarterback. I think we're the second, actually.
God damn it. Oh, shit.
Oklahoma hit it first.
That's a good point.
By God.
Ross is Friday the 13th. South Carolina plays Kentucky in baseball. South Carolina loses to Kentucky. Fire the coach. Okay. Billy says I could mess up a wet dream. You're probably right. I mean, the Jetmax says Vols had that hairless guy. I don't know who that is.
Josh Dobbs.
Oh yeah, he had like the big ass forehead. Like they had to get a special helmet for him because his forehead was big enough that we could put a map on it. He was out of style though, because by the time he got here, everybody had MapQuest. But if he'd have been back like 10 years beforehand, he would have been like a Swiss Army knife. You could have had a guy who could throw the ball and then put a map on his head, and you'd be good to go.
His forehead was so big you could build a McDonald's on it.
Yeah, McDonald's on it. That's true.
470-2905.
803-470-2905. Don't mention McDonald's on this show, Jackpot. Tennessee fans are going to be like, what the fuck?
I'm loving it.
803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. Brandon says, Rob, if the Panthers draft a QB, who do you take, Pickett or Willis? I'm not taking either one of those motherfuckers because neither one of them really impressed me. I would trade down and I would get more picks. That's what I would do. So, I mean, that's what I would do if I were the Panthers. I would take the Patriots model of, I've got the 6th pick. Let me trade down and get pick number 28 and 30. And then I'd trade those picks and get, a bunch of 2nd round picks and then hope my scouts are correct, because there isn't, I like the big offensive lineman from Alabama. After that, yeah, not so much. Not so much. Anyway, 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. That is the number to dial if you'd like to join us here on the Rob and Kale show this evening. Jackpot's smiling about something. What are you laughing at, Jackpot?
Nothing. I'm just nothing. Somebody, I had a Clemson fan back and forth with me last night on Twitter. Oh, it was the excuse me, the Twitter account Shadow of Death Valley tweeted something at me about your predictions aren't exactly airtight, my friend. And he had taken a little clip of one of my videos I made last year out on the back porch where I had that New York Jet shirt on, and I was like, I was talking about Clemson, and I'm like, you're not winning in Columbia this year. You're just not. I'm like, I'm sorry that, the ukulele and the Shipley are terrible, and that you wasted scholarships on these 2 individuals that you should probably be able to take back. But the fact is you can't. But the fact is you're going to get your ass kicked the last Saturday in November. So just deal with it. And then the next clip you see is me grabbing this Christmas tree. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
That's funny.
And
hey, go ahead.
He said something about my predictions. He said your predictions are somewhere between the Spurs Down show and Nostradamus.
That's pretty good. The best part's you with the tree.
Spurs Up show dude was. I don't know. He records his podcast and he puts some stuff on YouTube every now and again. But the thing I saw was on Twitter, and he was just getting absolutely roasted because he got on there. I don't know. They like to roast him for some reason. And he said something about, he said the South Carolina program desperately needs a win over Clemson. Then he said, they hate me now. Imagine when we start beating you. Imagine how unbearable I'll be now. You hate me? He said, I'm sorry. Life's good over here. Life's good.
Whatever. Fuck that guy. Hey, Jackpot. Can I there's someone that sent you some messages. Can I read some of these messages? Is that going to bother you?
No, not at all.
All right. So people are talking about why we talk about Tennessee. I'm not going to tell you who this person is, but this is an actual message sent to Mr. Jackpot there, so you can see it. You can't see his name. It's blotted out there. But here's the message. And this is why I goof on you Tennessee fans, because some of y'all are soft as Charmin, because this is the messages that Jackpot gets. Jackpot must be more approachable than I am, or more liked, or what the fuck ever, because I dare some Tennessee fan or any fan to come at me with this nonsense. Holy fucking shit. Here's what he wrote. And I'm reading it to you. I'm putting on my best. I'm not going to correct it. I'm not going to edit it. I'm going to read it like it's written. Damn, man, you and Rob must be really jealous of Tennessee. Only negative to say about them for what the static for the pushback. This isn't 2018 or 19. We won't suck this season. This offense of not even being there, all to being top 25 offense is a game changer for us. Don't see why no one else sees it. Plus the Delph with a vet group with over 30 seniors who've been through a lot with at least 2 or 3 coach changes. Vols are bound to win and be back on top. It's sorry, only negative said. And if it ain't their team, Clemson and SC have enough to worry about, not to suck it up and stink again. To be downing the Vols on anything, just saying that negative always shit is sorry. I was even positive on your team, even though there aren't many in the first place. That's what it says. There ain't many in the first place. Jackpot responds, why would Rob be jealous of Tennessee? His team has won 2 national titles since 2016. The last time his team played Tennessee, they beat the soul out of them, which he's correct. And he responds, because we will always outshine them as the Big Orange in the SEC. No one takes the ACC serious is football. Clemson is on the way down. Hell, Duke looks better than them. That's sad. In football, Duke looks more promising than Clemson, but Tennessee is in his mouth. Jackpot says, I'm not even sure Duke still has a football team. Then it gets better. They go back and forth a little bit about Tennessee. And yeah, but then Jackpot says, your best running back left, flunked out of school. How are you loaded? And then he goes, not DBs, just one corner spot that will be taken care of. We got the beast front 7 this season for sure, spelled Forshure, no space. I'd rather have Will Muschamp than Tim Banks, but blacks get along with blacks. Best running back, Jabari Small. Check out his highlight tape TD. Every play, every way. Dude's been beast. Trust me, he isn't the only one. This is why I mock some of you Tennessee.
What the hell?
Not all of you. Not all of you, but some of you, because this is how some of y'all feel. Y'all are thinking, Peyton Manning's still teabagging people. Or fucking who's the quarterback that won the title? Was it
T. Martin?
T. Martin. You still think T. Martin's out there doing his thing? That's why I mock you. Shit like that. Oh, not all Tennessee fans are like that. Thank you, Mr. Boogie. But we get enough of them who think that they think their shit doesn't stink. Stop it. Stop it. It's ridiculous. I mean, look, it's real messages, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not making this up.
No.
Jack, look, there you go. There's the one line right there. Can you see that? Blacks get alone with blacks. What the fuck are we doing here? So yeah, I'm gonna mock. I don't. I'm not gonna stop mocking. Not gonna do it. Some of y'all should take a lesson from Peg and Megan, and just say, you know what? Rob's gonna say some shit that's gonna piss me off, and it's best just to hit him back and then move on, instead of getting in Jackpot's DMs and complaining about me, because that's just funny as fuck. And I laugh my ass off every time I see it. So anyway, and I'm not mocking you, Sancho, or Aaron Brown, or even Billy. Who else over there is Elijah's a Tennessee fan. Eric Twyman. I know it's not y'all. I'm just saying that's why, because I've gotten some stuff from some folks too. Georgia fans were pissed at me for a while, but I think they've gotten over it. They won the national title, so they can just be like,
they won the national title, so that stroked their ego a little bit. Lasts for a few years.
Peg and Megan says, didn't know Lance and Jasper had a brother who was a UT fan. Brock says, I don't understand why UT fans think they're 10 times better than SC and will easily waltz into Columbia and get a win this season. I think that if you're a true Tennessee fan and you're honest with yourself, you're not going to think you can go on the road anywhere other than maybe, I don't know if Vanderbilt is on the road this year, and think that you can just walk into any SEC school and get a win.
Well, I mean, to their credit, I mean, South Carolina looked stupid last year when we went up there. Absolutely, just absolute trash. I was so embarrassed.
It was nothing that they did.
No, I mean, goddamn. I mean, you know, I mean, you knew what the fuck they were going to do. We were supposed to have a decent fucking defense, and we're behind 35-0 at the end of the fucking first quarter. But they end up not scoring but 45 damn points. So obviously, you figured some damn shit out. I mean, why the fuck do you have to give up so many fucking points before you figured it out? Damn.
I will say this about the Tennessee offense. They're going to be if you get behind, you're done. I truly believe that. I don't think a lot of teams are going to be able to, if Tennessee jumps out to like a 17-0 lead, you're going to have a problem. Not because they may stop you, but because they're going to continue to try to pile points, and you're going to run into a problem. So I'll give you that.
And then they sit there and say, well, we took our foot off the gas the last three quarters and put the backups in. Fuck, no, you didn't. Y'all don't have any damn backups. You don't have any damn depth.
Look,
God dang.
I think Shane Beamer is going to be a good coach, but I think he learned his lesson last year. Don't put your fucking high school All-American linebacker, defensive end, whatever the fuck Birch is, in there to throw the damn football. I mean, you have growing pains with every coach, but don't fucking do that. Just run I would have given the ball to Juju McDowell 3 times.
Well, Kevin Harris was the one that was it was the one that drove the damn ball down the field.
Right. Whoever.
I mean, if you're driving the damn Mercedes to the beach, why are you going to pull over when you get to fucking Conway and decide to jump into the damn, I don't know, to the damn Rolls Royce and drive the rest of the way? Why don't you just take the damn Mercedes on in?
Yeah, that would be kind of the way to go. And even if it's just a Honda Civic, that'll keep you going.
Well, there you go.
Megan says there's hope for Tennessee fans. Every time Rob spends an entire offseason bashing a team, they go out and win the Natty for the following season.
Jacob Watson says Carolina Jack Ball with a chance to South Carolina beats Georgia next year. I don't know if you mean 2022 or you mean this year or you mean next year. I don't know about next year. I mean, but this year, I don't know. My son, Jackpot Jr., seems to think that South Carolina's winning in Columbia this year.
But we'll put that on the bookcase of accountability. But Penny and Megan says there is hope for the Tennessee fans. Are you wanting to put it out there on the bookcase of accountability that Tennessee's winning the national title? Is that where you want to go? Normally, you're sucking that Texas A&M penis. Now you're going to go get you some of that dirty Josh Heupel wiener. Is that where you're going now? Which way are you going? Who the fuck are you a fan of? Jesus, ridiculous, silliness, man. You trouble me as a fan sometimes. You really do. Harry Lake says Gamecocks always give the Dogs their best shot. Well, doesn't everybody though? I mean, you're the best team in the East. You should get everybody's best shot. I mean, hell, Kentucky scored on you last year. They were fucking happy as shit about that. Anyway, Daniel says Tennessee is going to whoop up on USC. Let's all be honest. Talent's difference is big. Usher QB hasn't proven a damn thing. Wait a minute. Wait, hold the fuck on here for a second. You're implying that South Carolina has no talent? Is that where you're compared to Tennessee? Brother, oh my goodness. Jackpot, you want to defend your team or what?
Daniel Gregory said Tennessee's going to whoop up on USC. Let's all be honest. Talent difference is big. Okay. What do you have that's talented? You got a decent quarterback. A Virginia Tech reject. Where's the rest of the talent at? They talk about the damn wide receivers. I ain't seeing it. I mean, your best best running back flunked out of school. Never said that. We just have more. Huh? Quarterback hadn't proven a damn thing. He hadn't proven anything. The motherfucker threw for damn 3,000 yards in 2020 in a COVID year. He's not any good, though.
Year, though, Jackpot. It was a COVID year. I mean, would you rather have Spencer Rattler or Hendon Hooker? I mean, because at most, I mean, what the fuck, man? I'm not buying that at all. So I got nothing.
Tennessee best running back transferred to Louisville. Yeah, I mean he how'd that go? He was on the bench at Oklahoma. In 2021 he was on the bench for half the year. They benched him in favor of Durag, Caleb Williams, who went out there and beat Kansas. Whoop-a-doo-doo! I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
thank you, fuck you, bye, boom.
Young man was lied to by stinking Lincoln, who knew he was on the damn way out.
Yeah, it's Stinking Riley. That's his name. But yeah, imagine this: you're judging the judgment of a guy who said, "You know what? I'd rather live in California than Oklahoma." There's obviously something mentally wrong with this motherfucker. He'd rather live in California than Oklahoma. And you're thinking that guy who's making decisions is great. Okay, Daniel.
Elijah, somebody said, where's it says?
This year I say Hendon Hooker just because he played in the SEC for a year against elite defenses. But I think Rattler has a higher ceiling. That may be fair. I don't know what elite defense did he face in the SEC though, other than the Georgia defense, and I guess Alabama. Wasn't really very many other defenses that were like.
Vol State says Jackpot is awesome, even though he hates UT. I don't really hate anybody except Clemson. To be honest with you, I mean, I just give them a hard time. Because, I mean, we're rivals in the conference, and South Carolina really needs to beat them in order to move forward, as well as Kentucky. I mean, Clemson's the only team that I really just can't fucking stand. I mean, I hope they lose.
Well,
I hope they lose in checkers next week.
Someone says, is Hendon Hooker a preseason candidate for what, Billy? I'm not being a smartass. For what, the Heisman? There's Heisman odds out there. I don't know if he's on that list or not, but look, he's put up numbers in this system. So he may end up being, and once again, you're going to think I'm ripping Tennessee, but he may end up being like the quarterbacks from Texas Tech who put up big numbers, Graham Harrell, Cliff Kingsbury, guys like that may or may not have been the best quarterbacks in the world, but they put up huge numbers because of the offense that they ran there. He may put up big numbers at Tennessee in that offense. If you don't really, if they look at it just from that perspective, and he's looked at as a system quarterback, he may not get.
He's not well-rounded.
People think, yeah. Aaron says Hooker is more proven than Rattler. Rattler has better arm talent. Okay. Fair enough. All right. 803-470-2905. Big Barney Ross says Will Levis is not a preseason Heisman candidate. Look, there are people that love Will Levis. I don't know who he's going to throw the ball to. There are people that love him. So in Methville, Harry, I hate the belly dragon, dead critter eating, cold-blooded, stinking reptiles in Methville. Okay. I'm glad that you're with that. Ray Lewis's son. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, Jackpot, we've had you have anything else you want to go over tonight? Hey, Rob, apparently Kentucky had an elite defense. Yeah, sure they did. Sure they did. I give Kentucky more shit than Tennessee, though. I think I give shit to everybody. Aaron says Hooker is a better decision maker as well. Only throwing 3 ITs in an offense in any offense is impressive. Yeah, you have to look at the breakdown of that, though. How many shots did he take downfield? And what I mean by that is that, some of those interceptions may have been on deep passes down the field too. His numbers may look better. So I don't know. All right. Well, anyway, we've had a pretty good show tonight. Jackpot, that video you've got is going to be loaded up here shortly, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish that up. It's a compilation. I mean, this is from 1984-ish to 1999. So yeah, I don't have enough a space, or I like to break things up. If I did that from 1984 until the present day, I mean, we'd be going for over an hour.
Welcome into the program. Good evening.
What up, Rob and Jackpot? This is Daniel Gregory, the one you like talking shit to, but it's fine. Hey, I love y'all guys' show.
Respectfully, I talk shit to everyone, sir. Take a number.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but let's be honest about Rattler. He's not proven anything. Let's be honest.
He threw for 3,000 yards in a season, sir. That's not proving anything?
Yeah, what do you do? He was
3,000 yards means nothing
last year. He was
on the bench because they thought that Lincoln Riley, who was so stupid that he thought going to Southern Cal to avoid playing in the SEC. Let's just be honest. He didn't want to go play in the SEC. That's basically what it boils down to.
Lincoln Riley.
Okay, so
I think Lincoln Riley.
You're taking the judgment of Lincoln Riley, who said, "I'd rather go to California and pay 10 times the taxes and live there over being at Oklahoma and having a one-way road to the playoff because they don't really play anybody that's worth a shit most of the time, maybe one game a year. That I'm going to leave this and go out to Southern Cal where no one gives a fuck." You're going to take his decision over Spencer Rattler. I mean, come on, man.
I don't have to take his decision. All I've got to do is look at Spencer Rattler's stats from last year. Did you watch any of Oklahoma's games? Even though
I
he would watch
them.
Oklahoma, I understand.
He had twice as many touchdowns as he did interceptions.
Well, that's good.
Did you watch his freshman year where he lit up Florida like a Christmas tree? Did you remember that game?
I did. I do remember that game.
Okay.
But guess what?
It's not like he's a bum.
No, he's not a bum, but he's not a world beater either.
Mm-hmm.
Which I understand. South Carolina wants to pump him up to be, they're getting pumped for the season. They're wanting to make him out.
Wait a minute, he's the highest. he's the highest rated quarterback to ever step foot on the Gamecock campus.
Well,
So
yeah, so of course South Carolina's going to be pumped about him. I understand that.
yeah, but you got Hendon Hooker, who's developed into a good quarterback for that gimmick system, off the wood pile at Virginia Tech.
There's that word again.
It's a gimmick. 11-year NFL veteran told me the same thing today. It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick offense.
Again, I'll take a gimmick offense that's putting up 40 points a game. You damn right. Let's get it.
Yeah, but when the defense is giving up 45,
we didn't give up 45 to South Carolina, did we?
Hey,
never said they did. They did to Purdue.
Games, and I'm not being a smartass. How many games? Tennessee won what? 7 games last year?
Yep.
Yes.
Can you imagine if Shane Beamer didn't have that momentary brain fart where he's like, I'm going to let Jordan Birch throw the ball, and he actually ran that ball into the end zone with Kevin Harris, and maybe South Carolina sneaked out that win? Y'all would be like, man, I don't know too much about this guy right at this point. You imagine if Shane Beamer didn't have that brain fart and they actually ran that ball in there and South Carolina was able to gut out a win at Tennessee. Y'all wouldn't be feeling too confident about that. Y'all would have won your bowl game though, because you didn't play. I mean, you wouldn't have played Purdue because you would have been in the no, you wouldn't have made a bowl. Would they? They would have made a bowl. Yeah, you'd probably in the you'd probably been playing Western Kentucky and you might have beat them 73-48 or something like that. You might have.
No, they just still put us in the Music City Bowl. They know where the money is.
That thing turned into that was a 14-point swing with the Jordan Birch interception.
Yeah, that was a very dumb play call by South Carolina. I was actually sitting in the first row by DJ Sterl the Pearl for Tennessee, their DJ, and we were drunk and getting lit. Let me tell you.
We had a photo of 2 young Tennessee gentlemen sharing a beer. So apparently y'all can't afford any beer. That's real. There was a picture of 2 Tennessee fans, and I actually had the video of them. They ESPN put the camera on them, and they're sharing a tall boy in the stands. It's like,
oh my
God, motherfuckers can't buy a beer. What the hell's wrong with you?
They do that shit to us on purpose.
They probably do, but it wasn't really a good look, sir.
Well, guys, thanks for having me on your show. I just wanted to call and give Jackpot a hard time. I actually hope that South Carolina has a good season. I actually like South Carolina outside of playing Tennessee. I enjoy their atmosphere and at their home stadium. That shit's sick.
I tell you what, if you come to Williams-Brice Stadium, I know plenty of fans there. You don't have to share a beer. They will give you your own beer. You don't have to share with anybody else. So, just saying.
All right, boys. Well, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Rock says drunk on moonshine and mustard. God damn. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Final call for calls 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. Brandon's repeating what I said earlier. Rattler's the only 5-star quarterback South Carolina's ever had. So, yeah. There's that, too. All right. 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. Jackpot, you've been after me to get Gamecock guests for my show. I'm working on a friend of mine knows Ryan Brewer. I might get Ryan Brewer on my show.
Wow.
There's a Gamecock that you enjoy. When he
yes, sir.
Ohio State. I remember that game. I was actually at that game. So there you go. Jackpot wants some Gamecock guests on the show. I might be working on that. We'll see how that works out. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it, Jackpot, unless you've got something else. Be tuned in for Jackpot's new video dropping on the channel here shortly, especially if you're a Gamecock fan. I'm sure that's going to be, what are we calling it? Heartache and Hurt? Or you picked the 5 times to leave me, Lucille.
I still haven't figured that out yet. Nah.
Gotta figure that out. Josh Herpes gimmick offense on to do as well this year. Oh, Jacob says he wants to call. We'll wait on Jacob's call and then we're going to go. Hurry up, Jacob. 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. On the show here. By the way, this show is going to be off the charts during football season, man. Once we get
Oh
all
yeah,
the
no doubt.
back that are it's going to be lights out during football season.
No doubt.
Really, really looking forward to the football season. It's going to be great.
No
All right, you
doubt.
got 90 seconds to call here, there, buddy. Jacob,
No
if
doubt.
you want to join the program. Vol Steak with a good comment. Brandon Kuhn, if Josh Heupel was the South Carolina coach, you would love him too.
I
Jacob
loved
says he
Will
needs to
Muschamp
give.
for a time, so I can get into that.
You love Will Muschamp for about 2 days. I mean, people have recovered from COVID faster than your love for Will Muschamp. Justin wants to know the spread for the Birmingham Stallions in New Orleans. I have no clue. I haven't watched the USFL spread stuff this week. I'll give those picks on Friday.
We'll go in there.
Hmm?
I'll go in there when I'm done and finish this part 3 of the this new Netflix, this John Wayne Gacy special.
Are you watching that? I've heard that it's good. I am watching.
Yeah, I mean, I think every network, all these streaming networks, all of them have to do a Gacy special. Last year, Peacock did one. I mean,
I like the thing they did on the Dr. Death podcast where they had
Steve
Alex
Dr.
Baldwin
Death
was one of the
Williams.
doctors. No, the Dr. Death, the guy that was doing all the back surgeries and killing people, and he left. This is a true story where it was a doctor in Texas that he was cutting open people's backs and sewing them back up with like fucking tools left in their back. I mean, just insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's actually, I mean, it's the gist of the story is that he kept saying, you know, I'm a great doctor, blah, blah, blah. And they finally started putting in things where doctors can be held accountable. So, yeah. Jacob says, tell Daniel Gregory to show up on Sunday. I mean, goddamn, call him out right there.
They actually had some pictures on Netflix of. I mean, I'd never seen these before, and I've watched documentaries about him before. They had like pictures like laid out on the table of like evidence, like stuff they'd gotten from his home. And, I mean, there was locks with fucking keys and shit, and handcuffs that he used, and all these other torture devices. And dude, that was a fucking dildo. I'm not shitting you. The thing had to have been that long with balls on the end of it and everything. Like a damn baseball bat. And I'm like, God, I didn't know Gacy was a Clemson fan.
Was it a home wrecker like from the Mazodcast?
I think it wasn't a home wrecker. I think it was a damn county destroyer.
Yeah. Those things will end a marriage really quick. The story behind the home wrecker, for really quick before we go to our caller here, go and Google the Mazodcast home wrecker. But Caleb from the Mazodcast, like, I think he went to his girlfriend's house and sat on the couch and like this home wrecker, which is what he called this massive dildo, poked him in the butt, and he pulls it out but from the couch cushions and is like, well, what the hell is this? It's like as big as his arm.
Another thing this one that fucking Gacy had. I mean, it looked like a fucking softball bat.
Mm-hmm.
With balls.
Yeah. With balls. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen. This is Texas A&M fan.
How are you, sir?
Hey.
We're doing all right over here in Texas. Hey, I got a little snippet today that Jimbo's advocating a 16-team playoff.
I mean, however he can get into it. I mean, he can call himself a playoff participant. Then I don't know. 8-4 in the SEC might get you into the playoff if there's 16 teams. I could buy that. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, I just saw that on the news today, so I'm like, well, maybe that's not a bad idea.
Hey, let me ask you something there, Texas A&M fan. As an outsider, do you think the Tennessee offense is a gimmick offense?
Yeah, Yeah, Tennessee's no problem at all. They're weak. They can't sustain drives. I mean, last time we played them, they were like a high school team. They're pitiful, man.
They are pitiful. Very good point, sir. I mean, the only people who don't think it's a gimmick offense are the Tennessee fans. So God bless them.
Yeah, Tennessee's way back. Tennessee was decent, but they've got problems in their administration, and they've got other problems. But their football team, they got a couple guys out there, but you got to have 24 players, or you can't play at D1 level. And they're not even a D1 team, I don't think.
Now you are a resident of Texas, right? How long have you lived in Texas, sir?
49 years.
All right, so you are a veteran of Texas. Now, Peg and Megan wants to move to Texas, I believe. I don't think they're going to let him in there if he's wearing those goddamn skinny jeans. That's not going to happen, is it? Don't you have somebody from the Texas Rangers at the state line? Yeah, so that they can monitor and make sure that people don't come in with those skinny jeans on.
Yeah, most of the people out here like that, they stay in the closet. They don't ever come out. We just
well, good point, sir. All right. Well,
Hey, I was wanting to see if y'all give me a prediction on the baseball series this weekend between South Carolina and A&M.
South Carolina goes or Alabama beats South Carolina 3-0 in 3 games.
Yeah, South Carolina's playing Alabama this weekend, so they're not playing A&M. But yeah, Alabama.
My prediction is South Carolina sucks. Oh, never mind. That's not a prediction. That's reality.
Not a reality. It's not a spoiler. It's reality. Yeah. No, I go ahead.
Yeah, this weekend, that guy that won the player of the year, or not player of the weekend, he came in in the 9th inning or the 8th inning with like 2 men on with nobody out on second, third, and struck out the side. And then the next inning he got him out of a jam. But when Arkansas puts 2 players in scoring position with no outs and you strike out the side, of course we were at home. I mean, they couldn't have done that in Arkansas. But this kid, they gave him like player of the week for doing. I mean, this guy's like a cool customer, man.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm not feeling it very far with the Gamecock baseball team. And Clemson's the shits too, so we're just a shit sandwich.
And I didn't realize
best,
but I never did this before. But I pulled up their baseball roster, and half the players or more are from like grad transfers. I didn't know the transfer portal you could do that. And I guess in baseball you can do the transfer portal also.
Oh yeah, you can. The highest ranked baseball team in our state is at Wofford. They're ranked number 22 in the country. And the only people who know where Wofford is are myself and Jackpot and maybe Boogie over here.
Did Taylor Man play them this week?
They play them, I think, is it tonight or tomorrow night? I think it's tonight. Yeah, I think they're playing tonight. Let's see how the Clemson baseball team did. I'll look it up right now. They were playing the 22nd ranked Wofford Terriers. What is it? Go Bulldogs, go Terriers, go, whatever the fuck it is. And yeah, they maybe Clemson gets another win over a ranked team. Let's see how it happens. According to Clemson Twitter right now,
they won.
Clemson
17-4.
Oh, look at that. By God, everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome. Anyway.
Wofford was overrated. Everybody knows that.
Probably so. All right, Texas A&M fan. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, y'all have a good evening, gentlemen. I'll just call y'all later.
All right, man. See you later on. All right, there you go, Jackpot. It's a great way to go. Clemson wins. Elijah says he knows where Wofford is. Good for you, Elijah. I thought you guys, with all the, you guys had that capability out there in Tennessee.
Well, you don't want to go. Wofford's a nice little campus, but you don't want to go half a mile to the left and the right of it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, the only thing that in Wofford that you want to go to the Beacon. Go to the Beacon Drive-In. I like the Beacon. Of course I do. All right, Jackpot. Good show, man. We'll see you guys later on.
All right, gang of Lang.